like that?
That's still my favorite riff. All right.
Batman?
You like chromaticism, huh?
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, the chromatic scale.
It's
just
called
every
Batman.
halftone.
But it goes back up.
Batman.
Will you stop saying Batman?
I always say Batman.
No, Spider-Man.
Don't mess it up, man.
See?
It hurts.
This is your
How
fault.
you just felt, that's how I felt.
It hurts.
All right, folks, welcome to Crowdsurfing. I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Joy Evans.
Oh, is it because you're not centered? Sorry.
It's throwing me off. Okay.
Well, maybe if you were here earlier in time. For
Cut Chris off, Roy.
How do we do this?
All right, folks, welcome to
What are we
Crowdsurfing. We want to say, yes, that's actually perfect. We want to say thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers.
Yeah.
We want to say
Yes.
thank you to Jesse Nagorski from Pittsburgh, to Nander and Aneki from the Netherlands, to Marie from Germany,
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
to Bruno Faduti,
Mr. Foduti.
to Farouk Iqbal, to the Bunny Bandit,
Bunny Bandit.
to Todd Avery with Ave Master Gaming, to
Okay.
David Phillips, to Dagmar and the Slimbo Board Games Group,
Nice.
and to
Okay.
Brenton Rigdon.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Those are a lot of cool names. I want to go to the Slimbo game group. Where is this held? Please let me know.
We're not allowed in the Slimbo Game
No.
Group. I'm sorry. It's a very exclusive club.
Very
It's
sad.
true.
All right, so Crowdsurfing. So a couple things. We are doing 2 weeks worth of Crowdsurfing because we will not be here next week due to being at the Dice Tower Retreat.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Number two, you'd never know it.
I was going to say, we must have some really good stuff. This is packed.
Look, for the love of all that's holy, publishers, put something out now. You would stand out. You don't have to put your Kickstarters up during Gen Con. You could wait a couple weeks after
Please
Gen
don't,
Con.
actually. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, people still have money. Not everyone goes to Gen Con, right?
Right. So put up stuff now.
Also, last announcement, if there's any power flickers,
Oh, that's true.
there is yet another storm outside.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah,
So-
we fixed a router, and it's like, oh, yeah? We'll see about that.
Yeah, it's a
that's
thing.
pretty loud.
So you missed it if you're catching up. So on Sunday here at the Dice Tower, there was a massive asterisk lightning strike that I wasn't here for. I came
I'm
to the
so
studio,
glad no one was here for that. Can you imagine?
but I was here
Blow it
probably
up?
15 minutes before.
Dude, if you had been here, you would have superpowers now. You would have looked like
That's
the
true.
Emperor from Return of the
missed
Jedi.
You would have internet.
They were like, hey guys, let me look it up. I found it.
So good.
You're a hotspot for all of us constantly. No one in vendor halls ever runs into internet issues anymore.
That is the perfect superpower, by the way.
That'd be pretty good.
Hotspot. The guy's name is Hotspot.
Let me get that down. Okay,
That's
so
so
anyway,
good.
it took out our power. So when I came in Monday, we had no power. So I turned the power on. Fortunately, we didn't lose anything in the fridge. I threw all Joey's stuff away anyway, just to be safe.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
we did lose both routers. Now, people have asked us, was it properly grounded?
Yeah.
Yes. But the electricity came through the cable wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
blew
We
those
lost
things.
that kite with the key on the end of it.
Poor Ben Franklin will never be the same.
What
and
is-
his, and his little mouse buddy.
What?
What was the mouse's name?
Anyway, so it's the two
Frederick?
providers of we have two internets as a backup, just in case.
crazy.
Our two providers are Comcast, which is you all know is the devil, and then AT&T, which is worse than the devil. Actually, I think Comcast is worse than AT&T.
Yeah.
However, Comcast's guy came yesterday, so we were only out of their internet for a day and a half.
Wow.
And he
Eighth
said he
circle of
couldn't
the
fix
inferno
it.
for you
He said he
now.
couldn't fix the internet, and then fixed it. So that was nice.
What's his name? Scotty.
AT&T said they would be here from 8 to 12 today. It is now 2 p.m., and they haven't shown up yet. So at least we have some internet.
Oh, what if they have to just turn it off to turn it back on? The internet? Well, I guess it's a different internet. AT&T is, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Makes sense. You could come whenever you want, AT&T. We're good.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know.
I think it's funny, I guess, if you think they're watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to take a
Huge
look at
fans.
various projects that are ending in the next, 2 weeks, like I said. So I know you're anxious and biting at the bit to get to these, chomping at the bit, not
A lot of
Biting at the bit.
Let's just go. Let's just start. All right, first project. First project is Super Lucha. It's a game of dice, Supershow, and Mucha Lucha. That's a terrible name again. Just say Super Lucha. But anyway, now on its final days.
Aw.
So explain to me what this game's about, Joey.
Well, it's an IP. They had Lucha, but then he was bit by a spider.
Can we?
I don't know. No, this is. I guess it's based on an IP, and the IP I don't know anything about. It looks like a dice chucking thing where you're gonna roll the dice, and then the big thing is, first of all, they don't know paragraphs because this one has paragraphs, but later when you read about it, it's just one run-on sentence. So it looks like when when you're down for the count, you have to roll and you have to get out of it 3 times, and they say just like a normal match is what it comes down to. But apparently there's some IP, this cartoon, they pull these images
This cartoon looks a lot like that. What's that cartoon that makes fun of Survivor?
Total Drama Island?
Yeah.
It's that Cartoon Network kind of vibe to it, yeah.
It does have that feel. So I don't know. I don't know if it's internet cartoon or what, but
yeah, they keep mentioning the illustrator's name, and I'm not familiar with his work, but
going down,
it's fine. I mean, we've played what was that other one? The all-time
that one was
wrestling.
fun. The one we played live. These, like gameplay. Look at that. Go down gameplay here. No, gameplay is even better.
Yeah, keep going down.
Keep going down. That's a struggle.
Right.
That's like, man.
Super Duper offers a wrestling game experience unlike any other. Many have tried but none come close to capturing the back and forth excitement of a live wrestling match quite like this.
It's
Sentence 2. Players roll dice, you sure to build up attacks of leads, follow-ups, and then finish cards for a chance to win.
This looks like the warning at the end of a drug commercial.
I know. It's brutal. Yeah, so I read
That
through
guy.
that.
What is this?
That makes me sad.
Did he eat burritos in the wrong end? And now the fire comes out his mouth?
While on a chariot? I don't know.
No, he is the
I
chariot.
see you follow the South Park logic of anatomy.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. Apparently this has an audience.
John Tripp wants to know if this is pre-recorded. Yes. Okay. So anyhow.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it has a lot of 10s on Board Game Geek,
Everyone
though.
loves it. It's
They
a
all,
big hit.
a lot of them
Big
from-
hit.
like, wow, these 10s are like scattered throughout previous years. This is from 24, right? Then 20, then 2019.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good. It doesn't look good.
It looks cute. It's that same type of thing as in previous weeks. Like, this art immediately makes me assume it's going to be a bad type of game.
Right.
But it might be better than how it looks.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is,
Let's jump to some bags.
this one.
D-Quest.
You know.
Not a great name.
No,
I would
but-
stop right there and say, let's rethink what you call this.
Initially, they were going to call
Preparations
it
A.
D-bags, but then it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm like, why were they thinking with this?
All right. Anyhow,
Look! D-bag!
modular board game backpack, case, cube, and sling bag. You make your sling blade joke?
No, I should.
All
Okay,
right.
did you see it's arrow proof, by the way? That is the best thing about this.
What?
Oh, yeah, go down. They show you, and it's arrow proof.
So
keep going.
so
So
if you're
this-
running with it, you're
no,
fine?
No, if you get shot with an arrow. First of all, I do like to have it
Oh,
put
you
levels
said-
in there.
I think you said airproof. You're saying
No.
arrow-proof.
Arrow.
Like for archers, they're
Yeah, like if
chasing
you're-
you.
Yeah, like if you're
It's like-
if you're running from the law,
and Nottingham.
I was going to say, and it's the 1700s.
Oh, yeah, the sheriff keeps all his stuff in here.
1600. I'm way too far.
yeah.
The bag doesn't look bad, although I don't know
How
that
well
I think
those work?
Well, maybe it works fine.
Yeah.
And again, keep in mind that we are sponsored by All Play, and we always tout the All Play bags, and I really do mean that. But I still look at other bags. I don't need all this stuff in my bag, and I don't need my bag to look
It looks really classy,
Kind
doesn't
of looks
it?
tactical.
It's like if you
almost,
wanna-
but like in a
Tactical.
no, I mean,
It
really,
does.
it kind of does, but almost in a Robin Hood kind of way, right? The
Oh, there's
extra,
the arrow. You're right.
Is it really?
Wait. Here we
Hang
go.
on. Shoot the arrow. Bonk.
Oh, is it flamethrower proof too? This is amazing.
Yeah, not everything here makes sense.
Okay,
But
So if I'm in a running man, this is the bag to use. It's
It
a running man, but I'm
really
going to board game night. Like, I got to get my games there, too.
Killer Angel.
I
I was
don't know,
going to
but I've
board
been
game night
told.
once, then I took an arrow to the knee.
To the game bag.
that'll never happen again.
So here's the thing, right? So yeah, you mentioned we're sponsored by All Play, and we talk about their bags. However, my least favorite way to use their bag is as a backpack. And that's the thing is I don't like backpack model stuff in general. It's very bulky. I think this looks good. I think the modular compartments seems smart because that is one of the hard things about stacking games vertically is what do you do with some of the smaller things, the things that sit on each other unevenly. This seems nice. It seems like it's well made for what it is. I just don't want a backpack.
Do you like this? This is called the Rogue pouch. What's the one everyone uses? The quiver.
Oh,
do you like that? Do you have one? Someone in the studio has
I have
one.
a quiver. Z has a quiver. I have a lot of games I throw in there.
Is the quiver impervious to arrows?
Yes.
It
Say you
carries
were
arrows.
shot.
Well, that would be ironic if it was not.
That's a good point.
I would say it gives me +4 to light weaponry damage. But I enjoy them. I mean, they're glorified card cases that are easy to carry around, and I enjoy them. But I don't use mine terribly often, as much as I should.
How much are these bags? I guess that
Can't be that much, right?
So the Rogue pouch, that quiver thing is is 39, which is
Very reasonable, I think.
51. Man, the conversion rate ain't good right now. The cube is 64.
That's a big one? No.
Yeah, well, the cube, and this is the nice one is 79. The backpack is 182. That's pretty pricey.
That is.
Chris says he doesn't like using this as a backpack. I'm going to go a step farther and say I don't like you using them as a backpack.
That's what I was going to say. At Gen Con.
Look, you had to read between the lines and what I was
I don't
saying.
mind. I actually, I do when I'm at the game store and I'm running it from the card to the thing and I'm carrying out something else. I will throw that one thing over my shoulder.
Sure.
Because I'm
you're a
going
cool
shortly
kid
and
in
I'm not.
college.
But
One strap.
in the 90s, no one used 2 straps. Okay.
You were a narc, okay, if you used 2 straps.
When did 2 straps start? Because I still can't do it. I put the second strap on and I'm like,
I'm going to say.
You just hear, nerd!
But see, it's more laziness for us than it is cool. It's like, I don't want to put the other strap on. Then I have to, like, move a lot. One strap, you just pick it up and walk. The other one, you have to kind of do the whole, it's an event.
yeah, but I'm telling you,
just
when I
me?
went to college, nobody used both straps.
No, I agree. Yeah.
But now you do. It's okay. Kids these days
Yeah,
can.
people do in the airport especially.
You don't should use the airport for anything.
That's true. That's true.
All right, anyway, interesting bag. Let's move on. Unscrewed.
Okay, so speaking of cartoon artwork, this looks very cute. It's a very cute video on here too. It's like very loved cartoon characters. The kid's like, I haven't seen any of these. Shut up. Yes, you have. It's really, I mean, this looks cute. First of all, acrylics.
I do
Thank you.
like these. I like Freddy, and I love Slappy.
Yes.
Slappy is
Slappy
great,
is just coming.
Yeah.
He's coming. You better move. Here comes Slappy.
He's so good. And then his powers are like extending glove fingers and all this. It's like a little battler. It looks very cute. And the fact that the whole thing, it's a programming game. But the whole like board condenses, kind of like Fortnite, so it keeps the game moving forward. So you put these little overlays so it gets smaller and smaller. But it looks, honestly, this looks cute. I don't know how well it's going to like right there. You think you see that keep getting smaller and smaller.
I'm a big fan of that.
I am too.
It's a good it's a good feature in video games.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I like it.
Keep the fight from dragging out. I think that this page presents itself well.
Yes.
And I walk away from a quick scroll being like, I have an idea what's going on. I know how to program 3 cards.
Right.
Zaniness ensues. Some extra woo kind of cards get thrown in. I have a better idea of what's happening than that first wrestling game we looked at.
Right.
So I think that this page conveys its game better and honestly makes me more interested in it because of that. Even if it's not a type of game I'm going to love, it probably won't be, but it might. And I'm still interested in it at least.
Yeah, same here. Oh, somebody said Mallory said they played it. Oh, wow.
All right. Hobby Case 3D printable STLs.
Okay.
Print and play shelves.
Here's the thing. I wonder.
These are actually doing well, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they found a way to make them sturdy. Now, they do have that level up down here you can print that people always said you should print anyway. You know how the level up top for your table toppers? So you have like a game up here, then your other game down here. They have that lower in here. They have a lot of stuff in here that looks interesting. I don't know if I do the shelves themselves, but they have like calyx inserts that makes you so.
So I looked up. I was going
I
to
don't
print.
know.
I was going to get some stuff 3D printed. I was just curious how much it cost online. I looked up a few places. It's pretty pricey.
It is.
So
You should buy one.
So your options are go to the extreme of getting your own 3D printer and going through all that problems and then printing forever
Right.
your shelf,
Yes.
or getting someone else to do it and paying mega bucks, or just buying Calyx. Or, for example, these shelves, they would be cheaper to buy these are expensive, but they're very hardwood and nice. I would say these are high-end shelves behind us. But if I'm going to put all this time and energy and cost, this can't be that inexpensive. Even if you're 3D printing shelves, you're using a ton of plastic.
A lot. And it's not going to be as sturdy as wood either
It's
way
also
you
not
go.
going to look as good.
No, I mean, this one, like that looks nice. Those little, that little
Yeah, I'm
stand.
interested in the 3D printed stuff in small doses.
Right.
Like you said, for shelves and pieces.
Yes.
What's interesting, because with those you then have to, I didn't look close enough if they provide some of those like plexiglass that you need and the other stuff, or do you have to get your own material?
You do, and that gets expensive, like getting acrylic cut and all that. Yeah.
Those look nice, but you can go to the thrift shop and you can find some wacky display things. You can go buy new things that look nice, and I would trust more. I think that's my biggest concern.
Oh man, can you imagine middle of the night you hear it and you're like, I know what it was. You know, you hear a big crash, you're like, yeah, that's.
Or if they're a hot day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't leave this in your car. But
I think that this would be, if I came to your house and saw you had one, I would be impressed. I'd be like, that's really cool. But this is a thing for someone. This is someone who's a very strong do-it-yourself type person.
I agree.
Yes.
It's
Like I get annoyed when I buy shelves and I have to put them together. To add printing the shelf into that mix and then finding the materials myself, it's not going to come with a bag of screws.
Oh, we just assembled a barbecue grill over the weekend, like a small one.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, this is more steps than I was hoping for it to be. But it works now, and we've been grilling non-stop.
that is the only thing I paid for people to put it together, because I'm like, I'm not going to blow up because I saved $75.
I actually have decided the next time I get anything like that, I'm paying for you to put it together.
For me too?
Well, I don't know. Yeah,
For your girl,
I'll pay you, then you'll pay someone else.
I don't want to be there the first time somebody turns it on.
Joey's subcontracting out your work.
That's true.
Like, why is it so expensive? Well, just the way it works.
Just as way propane
Anyway,
today.
okay, these are the guys who made the
That's-
table on the table.
Yeah, go. Yeah, it shows the below.
Adapt table.
Keep going down. Or I lied. Oh yeah, there it is, right there, and it shows. I don't know if you do all that stuff, but do you put lights on the outside? It's like the level up. What have they called it? I think it's called level up.
Yeah.
But,
I still hate the table on a table idea. I already think we have enough trouble seeing boards as they are, and a recess table.
Making them higher.
Making them higher just seems terrible all around.
mine needs to be higher. For sure.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It's like mine.
I have a solution for you. It involves you getting rid of your table. All right. Do you want to be part of the Koala Rescue
I
Club? So
do.
I missed this when I was making my first pass because I was like, oh, 11,000, whatever. Then I was like, whoa, 1,700 backers.
But it's Joey Games, so is that you played some of their games, right?
I played all three of their previous ones. And then this is Postmark Games co-publishing with Joey Games. Joey Games being from Phil Walker Harding and Meredith,
Right.
his wife. And then Postmark has done several really good Waypoints, and then they're big print and play
This
publisher.
is the designer for Barron Park too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which it sounds interesting. I mean, I've already backed it, so
Well, no
Yeah.
kidding. Has a print and play option.
it is. It does. It looks very cute,
It is
though.
only a print and play, I think.
It is only because they're like, it's this good.
And Postmark Games has that kind of that market cornered, I think, in terms of like, I know the quality I'm going to get from them.
Right.
I trust them a lot, and I like Phil Walker Harding as a designer,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm very interested in this one. They also did a version of one of his first three games, Scribbly Gum, which was more of a flip and write.
Yep.
And then they did a print and play one where you can make it a roll and write with a die.
Oh, that's Joey Games. Sorry, I was trying to put them in my head.
Yeah, the one that looked like little museum gift shop pieces.
Yes. You
All
played.
right. I've not played any of them.
You haven't? Okay.
Oh, the bird one in the middle is the most robust. It's a
I wanna
pretty
play that
good
food
card
one.
game.
That was a good
Food one's the worst, unfortunately.
Oh.
But the
well,
Scribbly Gum one on the right there, that's the flip and write, roll and write one that I think is actually a very good kids roll and write game.
I'm still confused with the food one. There's a bunch of delicious pastries and a snake.
Those are called green snakes, and it's an Australian gummy snack, I think. So it's all Australian themed stuff, which I really like. So Koala Rescue, right? Those are
ask my
birds
wife,
of
but
Australia. Those are snack foods of
American.
Australia. Ask her about fairy bread.
I will.
Fairy bread. It's
All right,
legit.
Let's move on. So You've Been Cursed.
This
is a
one.
direct sequel to So You've Been Eaten, which has a weird thing because that So You've Been Eaten game just was delivered, I think, last year, but it was launched. I played it at the 2019. I played a final copy of it at 2019 Essen. And then,
wow.
but then it got COVID and everything else. I guess it just took them forever to
I
get
don't
out
think
this.
it got COVID.
I don't think it's sad.
Well, something happened. This is So
Is it-
You've Been
is it
Eaten.
better now?
This is nonsense. And now that I played it, I'm still calling it nonsense because they say it's for 0 to 2 players. It is not. Okay, it is for 1 to 2 players. And you say yes, but you could play one faction against the other. It still needs a player. You can't put it in the box on the shelf and it just plays by itself.
You
don't-
open it
you
up
don't
and
know
it goes, almost done.
Yeah, you don't know what happens when you turn the lights off.
That's true.
Okay? This is a whole Toy Story situation.
I know what they're saying. They're basically saying you can play the automated side of one against the automated side of the other. And while that's fun for me in computers sometimes to watch a simulation,
War games.
I have no interest in doing that on a board. But anyway, that being said,
The video said
It can learn.
this might be a good way for you to learn how the game works. And I thought, it might be a good way for someone to learn how the game works. I would rather play.
Yeah. This one looks like there's tracks on each side you go up, but you're
it definitely
either,
is more involved looking than the first one.
I like the components of it.
It's good looking components. A lot of screen printed wood meeples. You run around and you, as the wizard or the human person or whatever, are trying to collect different potions and move up the potion track. The bad guy side it's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of a thing.
Right.
Running around eating people to move up the eaten people track. When I saw it was just move up a track, I was honestly a little disappointed.
Yeah, it kind of went through. It's like, wow, this is cool. You move around, you do all this, and it's like, oh, you each have a track, is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the track.
I'll
right
play
there.
it. I haven't actually played So You've Been Eaten since I played it in 2019. I remember thinking it was interesting. The idea was one person got swallowed by a space slug or something, and you had to fight your way out. But there was actually, I think, 3 different factions you could play, if I remember correctly. But
No. But no, I like Scott Alms, particularly when he's not in the Tiny Epic verse. So I'd try this one.
all right. Final Line, a disc golf card game. It's a reprint and an expansion. So disc golf, which has become the de facto sport of nerds.
Somehow racquetball lost out. I'm not okay with that.
Well, actually,
No,
it's being dethroned now, I think, by pickleball.
Pickleball it's true.
I agree.
Pickleball's on its way in, baby.
Though
I like
pickleball
pickleball.
is like the cool person's sport.
Also, you have to be in some decent shape to play pickleball well. Disc golf is kind of like bowling.
That's true.
I mean, you have to be
Without
able
the
to, you have
glove.
to be able to walk the course, but
And-
that is the extent. I
And
don't need
especially
to
off
stretch.
course when you throw really
Yeah.
like Levine.
Anyhow, disc golf is, look, I think disc golf is cool. I remember the first time I saw this when I was a teenager, I thought it was like the coolest thing I'd ever heard. I'm like, Frisbee golf?
Oh, and when it hits those chains, there's a good little feel like, yeah. I don't know why.
But then I found out 10 years later that people took it very seriously. They're like, here's all the discs. And I'm like, the Frisbees? They're like, they're not.
oh,
Frisbee.
yeah.
Do
That's-
not call them frisbee.
I was like,
That is
oh,
a-
I thought it was Frisbee golf. That was actually the first term I had ever heard of it was Frisbee golf. Right?
Same here.
yeah, when they're like, this is a driver. Like, I can't tell.
Now, I'm not trying to mock it. I know that there is all these different things, and it's like golf, and some go different distances, and people really like it. And I'm glad. I don't want to mock disc golf because I think it's a cool sport. I think pickleball is a cool sport. I don't know that I want to play a board game for disc golf because here's the thing: how is it any different than playing a board game of, say, golf?
That's what I wonder too. I feel like disc golf is one of those that it could fit places that golf could not. You know, you could have it in parks and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know why you wouldn't just play golf on this. I know there are small differences.
There are differences. You're not going to worry so much about water hazards or rough
Right.
terrain. It doesn't affect. I mean, maybe. Do you have to stand in water if it lands in water in disc golf? I don't know.
It's treading.
You have to, as long as you can tread water and throw it, there's probably rules about that. I don't know, but
I think it tends to not be gigantic lakes in the middle of.
It is true. If someone asks you to go disc golf, you say, all right, I would love to, but how deep into this are you? You know, because if you go somewhere that's like a professional disc, they're gonna be disappointed when I show up. It's just going to happen.
No, I think that theming this game around it is fine because
got a following.
It has a following. Exactly, right?
apparently we. A news alert has shown up. The Disc Golf World Championship is this weekend. My apologies. I got caught up in the breakdancing Olympics. I will switch over.
The PDGA.
But what I'm saying here is I don't know who this is for. This is definitely, well, I mean, I know who it's for, but I don't think anyone who doesn't like disc golf will be interested in this.
No, because I tried to look at, okay, how does the card play work and everything, and it seems okay.
The coolest thing for me is the layout. I was like, ooh, that's neat looking.
That is cool.
Like, oh, they made an 18-hole layout with those cards. How many different ways can they do that?
That's pretty cool.
That's the
like,
game.
Yeah, that itself is like a, I don't know, button shy style thing. I like that.
All right. 7th inning stretch, solo game of the month. I'm a huge baseball fan. I've never understood the purpose of the 7th inning stretch and why it was then. In between the 7th inning.
It's almost over?
Not between, let's say, the 4th inning
I agree.
or the 5th.
I know.
But that being said, it's a tradition in baseball, if you don't know anything, between the 7th inning, in the middle of the 7th inning, they play something and everyone stands up.
Take me out to the ball game.
It used to be take me out to the ball game. Now it could be all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Isn't that usually what they do now? Dun, dun, dun.
No, those organs are being phased out, unfortunately.
Which is sad.
I love those old pipe organs. Not pipe organs.
Like the electric organs and stuff.
Theater organs, that's what they are.
Okay, first of all, I love the look of these. Look like those old Tops baseball
Yes.
cards.
Oh, I know.
They really nail. And it's like I had to look twice. I'm like, okay, I think that's a person, but it's not. But they get the names close enough.
Well, they copied the cyber one. What's that one called? Baseball highlights.
Yes, yeah.
Did the same thing. So instead of saying, Mike Schmidt or Pete Rose, they'll say Mike Rose and Pete Schmidt. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh wait, it sounds familiar.
Nolan
close.
Bryan.
Nolan Ryan, the greatest pitcher in all of baseball. I was just looking at some baseball players yesterday and decided if I'm ever doing a draft, Nolan Ryan is my number 1 draft.
And then followed by Michael Jordan.
No.
Number 2 is Ted Williams.
I'm going to get the bird when you get
And then
Nolan
number
Ryan.
3 is Willie Mays. Those are my top 3 picks. Straight up, not even a question. I'll pick those 3 first in my baseball team. Then Lou Gehrig because he's a nice guy. All right.
McGuire.
Then Ozzie. No, McGuire's not in
Retired
my...
in disgrace.
McGuire.
All right, we're getting into baseball. But anyway, this looks interesting. This is a game I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
like baseball, and a solo baseball game sounds perfect for me.
Baseball is one of the sports that works best for drafting team and stats, like statistics-based type of stuff. It just is a very stats-driven game. And so I think that this ties in nicely for this.
I agree. Yeah, and it's I think solo. So yeah, and I like what this guy does. He finds good solo games and puts them out. He did.
Sure, I'm not gonna get all of them.
No, well,
but this one about baseball, I'm 100% in.
Z took one of his home. Was there a Rome one or something that came in the office?
Dyson Crusoe came in recently. I've heard phenomenal things about that.
Okay.
That's part of this whole series. I need to try that one.
Okay. Next, we have No Internet.
This is a good one. This one, did you see the dinosaur there? Oh, never mind.
Okay, dogs.
I love the dinosaur game.
Dogs with Jobs, a competitive game of working canines. So if you ask me off the top of my head, like, name some jobs dogs do, I'd be like, okay, there's fire, rescue, and the ones that help people with some sort of disablement. And then I'm out.
They carry...
St. Bernards?
Oh,
yes,
sniffing, bomb sniffing jobs.
St. Bernards?
St. Bernards are rescue. I said rescue.
Yeah, they're not sniffing anything.
Hunting? Oh, yeah.
Hunting
okay.
dogs.
Herding dogs. Well, that's been taken over by pigs.
Hurting, like Hurting?
No, I meant
like Johnny
Dobermans.
Yeah, I hurt myself today to see if I'm a dog. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Pitbull is a rapper, so that's a job.
The artwork's cute on this.
I like this. A whirl of high-octane pups. Like, what is going on? Come on.
I didn't look like it was like one of those games that gives to a certain charity, but it's not. It's actually a game that's built on these. I mean, looks like it's kind of recipe fulfillment as far as filling the jobs out.
Let me see if there's one here.
The artwork's fantastic.
Therapy dog, yeah. Search dog, hunting dog. I think we got all
police
of them.
dogs. You get those military dogs.
Well, yeah, police. That's when you're a kid and they'd bring out the guy in the suit and you would watch the dog take him down, and then the police like, remember, don't do drugs, and you're like, oh, okay.
That dog will get me.
I'm terrified of those dogs, like the
German Shepherds.
Yeah, no, I mean, and not just German Shepherds, but like the ones that are wearing the vest. They're wearing the. I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, but he doesn't know that.
I know you say that, but they had one at Gen Con. Did you see the black German Shepherd that was somewhat better trained than mine? And
Somewhat.
we're like, can we pet the dog? Because you always ask, and they're like, yeah, and that dog was so good. I was like,
Really?
can I trade?
Your dog should get fired from the police force.
They would. All right. But anyway, no, the theme looks cool. So what about the game, though?
Okay, but first off, the difference in like the cover, like the dogs and all that, and the other side is just so abstract and like simple with the little symbols.
Super stark. Big black framed card, orange 5.
Right. It was like so different. So, yeah, like that.
I think the theme is going to carry this one very far because people love dogs. Other people than me love dogs. And I think that.
Well, yes, but most people aren't worried about dogs killing them.
It's true.
You would love dogs, I'm assuming, if you were not allergic to them.
If I weren't allergic, then maybe, right? If I would just been around, but I'm always awkward around them. So I look at this and I think, I'm going to look at this purely from what does the orange 5 card do? You know what I mean? Like, mechanically, I'm not sure that this one sounds exciting, but I think that the theme is going to do it for a lot of folks.
By the way, what do you think of this is a very, very off-topic thing here. What do you think of expansions that come in booster pack material?
I don't like. Just put it in the box.
I dislike it because it always makes me, I always have to like double check and go, is this random?
I'm completely neutral on it. I think that people like the feel of Kraken packs, right? Did I use that term correctly?
Kraken pack? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it called Kraken packs? I'm asking the addict.
Okay, cool. I did it. Yay.
I said it to Roy. I bought 10 packs last night. But anyway.
Did you really?
Really?
For Star Wars Unlimited.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
We know which game.
We know. You still haven't played it with us.
I also
you were bragging about making 18 decks as we're driving to Gen Con.
I bought the sleeves last night. I'm not letting you Cretans touch it without sleeves. I got the sleeves.
I have gloves that I will wear when I touch your cards. If you
well, yeah, you're still wearing the gloves to touch the sleeves. That was your joke, actually.
Those are my sleeve gloves.
Anyway, this looks interesting. Let's move on. All right, Chicago 68. Before any of us was born, this was during the Democratic National Convention riots in 1968. Coincidentally, the Democratic National Convention is happening right now.
The timing of this
Isn't it in Chicago, too?
No.
Where is the DNC?
I think it's Milwaukee or Minnesota or
someone will tell us in chat. Anyway.
Calgary.
So
probably.
This was
Dubai.
There was some riots there and an open-ended historical conflict. And I got to be honest, I don't know a ton about these particular ones. But Jim Dietz, the designer of this, is definitely a historical guy. He owned Jolly Roger Games for a while. Published Kremlin and a lot of historical games. He's a big historical guy. So I'm sure that's part of this.
This is being talked about.
Yes, it's in Chicago. Okay.
It is, yeah. This game is being talked about very positively from a lot of people at the Washington, D.C. convention when I went to.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people were very excited about this one there. It's being shown off and demoed. When you look at the quotes and stuff are from like Liz Davidson. A lot of the historical game crowd is saying very good things about this. So I'm interested in this one. I think that this one looks intriguing.
It's crazy. I didn't know this was a big enough historical moment to have a game after, But I don't know.
And any weekend, throw a dart at any weekend in history. There's something interesting.
I mean, I think it's a totally different, I can't say IP, but thing to do.
Hey, I like to use the, you were in charge of the riot, right? Can I use this as a theme?
How much would it cost?
I really like the look of this game. I think it looks neat. I'm going to give it a try.
Probably. Yeah, it has a very sleek look for being a historical game.
Yeah.
All right. Meeple style gamer socks.
This is all you.
I wear socks too, Joey.
Yeah, but yours have toes. You have to have the individual toes on your socks.
I don't think I've ever worn one of those. I've worn gloves like that.
I'm trying to look for the new ones.
Shocker, I know.
Here's the thing. I don't think there's anything. Is there anything new here? I see Legacy Designs. Where are the new ones? Because I thought I own some of these. I know that's surprising.
What?
I own the hexagon ones there, the Catan ones. And I don't know if I own the Meeple ones. I might have, but Hans and Cook might have ripped them off my feet. I own the chess ones. I own the Scrabble ones.
You own the good ones, apparently. Did you have any real game ones? It's into the chess and Scrabble. You see that?
Oh, I own these the blocks ones, maybe? I can't remember. No, here's Stretch Goal Designs. The puzzle piece ones are okay. I'm thinking about switching out my colorful socks anyway.
What? To what? Just normal socks?
No.
Toe socks.
No, I hate toe socks.
Have you tried toe socks?
No. Okay. I want to get like the colors of the rainbow so that when I put on my tie, I'll be like, and this is the pair of socks that match it.
Wow, you wanna match that hard, huh?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm like
Liberace levels.
Because I walk out, I'm like, Laura, look, everything matches. She's like, but not your socks.
Socks shouldn't match. They should be an accent piece, though,
And
right?
if my wife calls me out, I listen.
Gotta do it. How about shoes? Shoes are next, though. Shoes would be expensive.
No. Shoes are comfortable. It's the only thing that matters.
That is true. You do
Tom starts
Nothing else
painting his
matters.
shoes every morning. Will not get rid of the, what are you, Skechers? Right, you're Skechers loyalists, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I was. I'm always comfortable. Yeah, these Skechers are pretty awesome. All right, I'd pick Skechers over Apple for sure. All right, for being loyalist. All right, here's the biggest project of the week. Bloodstones, Dwarves, and Djinn. This is from Martin Wallace and David Turtsey. Sorry, I should not leave David out. This is a dual team up here. It's kind of a weird look to it where if I didn't know it was Martin Wallace and David Turtsey, like walking in the store and seeing that, I'd walk right by it.
I agree. Is this like, I'm trying to figure out, this is an expansion, right?
Yeah, the original campaign was just Martin Wallace, and that was like a year and a half ago or something.
Has anyone here played it?
No,
Is this
I haven't even
abstract?
seen it come through. It looks like, I think it's more of a war game.
That's what I thought, too, but those pieces look like they belong to an abstract game.
It's very classy. It's very schwanky.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't know enough about the game, and I haven't tried it.
That's true. This is most certainly not the biggest project of the week, and I can't believe you forgot what the biggest project is coming up. Probably...
Oh, the biggest board game project is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dice Tower.
Yeah, at the Dice Tower.
Yeah, Dice Tower.
Oh wait, maybe that one's bigger. I haven't looked and see how much money it's made recently.
Oh, this looks good. Looks interesting.
Yeah, I like these tiles and everything. This is definitely one I would try before buying, though, in a
100%,
sense.
I agree.
Because I'm not 100% sure. The thing it's reminding me of in my head, and I don't think it's very cohesive, is the David Thompson game with poker chips. I know they're not the same, but it's giving me that same kind of vibe.
War chest?
Yeah, war chest.
Because it looks like an abstract, but I don't think that it is.
No,
I don't
like
think
I'm
it's
just saying it
necessary.
feels like it's in that same category. But I think this one's probably, if David Turtsey's involved, complexity is going to rise for sure. All right. No Escape, Dead Men's Tale. This is a puzzle escape experience,
And
unlike
almost as big.
But this
any
one,
other.
This one looks good. First of all, escape room style, but then also the pop-up stage it's got. And now, honestly, I'm still, like, I think the Shivers had that or whatever. Like, it gives you the whole look of it.
Oh, the 3D pop-up terrain
So they
stuff.
say they've got that in here, too. I mean, this interests me. This sounds... I like it. I like the idea of this.
Oh, Shivers was at Gen Con. Did you stop by?
No.
Yeah,
really?
they were there. Yeah, they had a booth.
Oh.
Yeah, I love the look of that.
I was looking
you
for
know?
barbecue, but that's such an inside joke there. We have a place here in town called Shivers, actually. It's
wouldn't
spelled
know.
Shivers, but Shivers.
Never been.
They sell barbecue. You're right.
You've never been?
No, everyone says that, but you
We
always
have-
take me to Sonny's.
No,
Every
it's-
single person here
I'm
takes me to
blaming.
Sonny's.
I'm blaming us.
Yes.
This is not your fault, Joey.
They take me to Sonny's every time, and there's a
Okay,
Sonny's
there's
everywhere.
two reasons. I've explained this to you many times. There's two reasons. One, the studio used to be over right by it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, 5 doors down from Shivers is
Flama.
Oh, I do love Flamas.
And you love Flama so much.
I do love it so
I
much.
can't take you to a different girlfriend in front of the other person.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, I remember my Hammer's first beer.
All right. Anyway, they're very cagey on this one and not showing you a ton of it.
That's the thing.
Which is
That
interesting.
looks good, though.
Which
The post-mortem, that's like their old game, I guess?
I applaud
like the
them for
artwork.
that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I applaud them for that. They're not showing too much. I get that will work against them, but they clearly put a lot of effort into it. I think that they have a track record already, right? Is kind of what you're saying.
Right. It's Neil Patrick Harris. Is he gone? Yeah, I didn't see that quote before. He knows escape
he
rooms.
made one.
His was good.
His was good.
That's the thing. I'll take these types of quotes to heart then.
Yeah.
Yeah, more designers getting quotes in Kickstarter pages. I think that's helpful for me to kind of gauge my field.
You're right. They don't give you many photos. I guess they can't by the nature of the game, but it's just like, man.
No, some do. They're like, they show you the pieces, and then when you get that, I'm at the point now, if you show me everything, I ain't buying it, because that means when I get it, I'm going to go, whoa.
That's
It's like
true.
a movie trailer shows too much. The Ant-Man and the Wasp syndrome.
Oh, man, don't give me... Oh, okay. Anyhow,
Made it sad.
here's the biggest project of the week, but it's not board games. That's why I'm... So this is Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere RPG.
What do you call it?
Cosmere. Whatever. It's Mistborn.
Cosmere.
And I finished it last night, Mistborn, by the way.
Did you?
The first trilogy or the second one?
First book.
First book. Tom, you're the only person here that reads in trilogies.
Sorry. Okay.
I was like, did you finish 3 books or
You
7?
guys have
He's like,
taken
"One."
off to a place I'm not even near. I'm like,
Okay, I will say, though, the ending to the first book is very good.
it's good. It finishes like, okay, I can be done now.
You should not.
I know I went to the next one, but it's first of all, I didn't know that he has a convention. Brandon Sanderson up in Utah. I think Jacob's going to it, but then John DeClaire is going to be there.
I wasn't. As soon as Joey told me that, I instantly went online. I was looking at it like, can
He
I
went to
go?
get tickets.
I'm obviously not a good enough fan to know this. So if you don't know about the Cosmere, Brandon Sanderson's books are all written in the same universe. That's what he calls the Cosmere.
Not all of them, though, right?
There might be one that's not, but
Okay, one series, you mean, like 12 books.
I'm also not particularly impressed by that. I love Brandon Sanderson, but I could put anything in the same universe I want
They're
to.
literally on different planets, I think is the thing, right?
Yes,
And
but
so it's-
recently he's had them crossing paths more.
Whoa.
Whatever, that spoils nothing
I'm almost
for you.
there.
Yeah, that's in Mistborn 6, don't you worry about it.
Okay, yeah,
I haven't read that far.
It is.
I know these things, okay? I
Anyhow.
belong at Brandon Sanderson Con. That's all I know.
Anyhow, so they're making an RPG, and this is done by this. So they started with the Stormlight Archives, and then I think there was like a shocking announcement. They're like, it's not just Stormlight Archives, which to me would be enough. The Stormlight Archives could be its whole RPG, and then they're like, and Mistborn could be its whole RPG. I almost feel like they shouldn't have done that. They should have done Stormlight Archive and then waited a year
idiot.
and then the next
Mistborn.
one.
Yeah, I agree because I was surprised.
Come
to
on,
see it
Brandon
there.
Sanderson,
Branson, you
you
could have
moron.
made $20 million.
First of all, the guy just greenlights so many games. He's got that the new Mistborn game, the Declare one.
He doesn't
The
Reckoners.
Dexter.
He doesn't play board games, unfortunately.
Oh, he doesn't?
As far as I know, talking to these guys, actually, he plays Magic.
Okay.
But I would assume he plays the games that his stuff is based on.
Okay. Wow.
But he doesn't play. He's very busy. But I will say this:
Does what?
if you're out there and Brandon Sanderson comes to you and says, "I have an idea for a Kickstarter," you just say yes, take out a loan, you're good.
I agree.
Yeah, no joke.
I mean, the $8 million.
I think we can say he is the most successful person on Kickstarter. That seems. I mean, he has the biggest Kickstarter ever.
He's the single biggest he's had.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, so Brotherwise Games is doing this RPG. Keep in mind, they also made over $4 million just selling miniatures like 2 years ago.
Right.
They did just miniatures. And the role-playing game system didn't even exist yet or wasn't public yet. And they said, like, oh, there'll be a use for them. So this whole thing here has made like $13 million. That's impressive.
That's not counting book sales. He's made like 100.
Okay, it says Mike says the campaigns for Stormlight Mistborn won't release for 2 years. I don't know. As much as I love this universe a lot, I will definitely buy the world guide just so I can see pictures of all the stuff. I don't know that I would run it. I don't know that I understand the universe as much as I love it. I don't understand it enough.
And that's why you're not at Brandon SanderCon.
Oh, but come on though. Have those powers of Mistborn. Oh, it'd be so
See,
cool.
I feel like the Mistborn stuff would make a very good role-playing setting.
I
I would
I
like
agree.
that.
But that's easier for me to understand the Mistborn stuff.
Yeah.
The metal, the different metallurgies and stuff.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
think
really
those
fun.
are
That would be
really
awesome.
fun.
That's
Like pick your metal, and these are your powers, and yeah, that'd be neat.
Everyone's like, I'll be a Mistborn.
I'll be a pusher.
No, I'd be the.
You'd be a.
No, I'd be the guy who
You'd be
can.
a smoker.
The smoker's boring.
I know. I mean, we're pretty funny. It's just like.
I mean, useful,
Yeah.
but boring.
Oh man.
No, the one who can persuade people with speeches and stuff.
Oh yeah. Forgot he is.
Tell you, wait to get to the West when they can curve their bullets.
I know. I've already seen that. Angelina Jolie did it.
Yeah, he watched that
Yeah,
documentary.
that classic movie. All right. All right. So anyhow,
41 million is what he raised on the Kickstarter. Earlier.
no,
Wow.
on the books he did the
That's
the 4 books.
insane.
That was that one. But he also does hardbound versions of his books, which do really well. He's done this, the miniatures. I think we can safely say he's not poor.
Yeah, but
He
after
saved Kickstarter.
taxes,
All right. Here we go. Here's a big Kickstarter.
I'm
I was
excited.
right. That was the biggest Kickstarter week. Y'all get off my back. All right.
it's 130 E's. That's translates to 9 million.
Actually, this might be larger just because of pounds versus dollars. Dungeon Twister 20th anniversary. So if you've never played Dungeon Twister, it is a game in which. Did we talk about this last week? We did not.
No, you had it. I think it was on your
the spotlight
video.
That's right, and I was explaining it to you.
Yeah.
So it's you have 8 characters against 8 other characters. If you play the original game, just the base game, you have the same 8 characters, and you put them on your end line, and there's a couple out there on the board, but they're not revealed. So there's no randomness in the game except for revealing things. And then as the game goes by, you have some actions. You will play 2, 3, 4, 5 actions. You have a card. And if you play the 4-action card, you're not going to play it again until you play all your action cards. So I'll take 3 actions this turn. I'll take 5. I'll take 2. And your actions could be like move, attack, whatever.
But you can't recall. You just have to wait till you play them all.
Yeah, you wait till you play them all. When you move, you can move onto a board that if it's not revealed, you reveal it. And now there's walls and things to go around. But you can also, if you're standing on a gear center of a board, you can rotate that board or rotate the other board that matches that color.
That's cool.
If you fight somebody, you have a strength, they have a strength. So like you can see in that picture, this big guy might have a strength of 5 and this thief might have a strength of 2. But then you both play a card and add those to the strength. You have a card that you can always play. Any other card you have, you lose once you play it. You only have so many of them. If you beat the other person, you knock them down. If you beat a knockdown person, they have a power of 0. You have to beat them twice, essentially. Then they're out of the game and you get 1 point. If you get a guy to your opponent's goal line, you get a point. First to 5 points wins.
How fiddly is it picking up those boards with minis on them and twisting?
No. You don't go onto when you go onto a board, it's revealed.
Right,
but
when you're the gear.
They're tokens. The gear?
Like if you can turn another
There
one?
might be 1 or 2 on a thing. It's not hard. And actually, I've never played with minis much because it was standees before.
Okay.
They did a miniatures version for Dungeon Twister 2. But this one here, it looks pretty much a straight reprint, although it looks way nicer and with minis. It comes with the original Dungeon Twister. It comes with the 3 to 4 player expansion, which I do not recommend. It's a 2-player game.
Really? Whoa, what's that goblin spelling? I've never seen that before.
But also you can get, so this is the base game, the Goblin Pledge.
No, the Goblin.
Gobelin.
I think the Goblin is super weak, if I remember correctly, but if he goes to the opponent's end line, you get 2 points.
That's why he has the extra E, Joey.
Oh, okay.
It's for inflation.
Then the Paladin Pledge gives you the Paladins and Dragons. That I like because it gives you 8 more characters each, and then you can draft your teams. And they're supposed to be fairly balanced. I mean, there's some are strong, some are weak. They have special abilities. Someone might be able to go through a wall. Yeah, there's doors that you'll run into. One person might be able to lockpick a door. One person can smash a door down. So,
wow.
the Minotaur Pledge has another expansion, I guess, that they added. But that's solo mode and playmat. The playmat does look nice, though.
When you pick up and rotate, it's weird. Wow.
No.
Traps.
The stuff's on top of the playmat.
I know. It's okay.
Can never be sure with you, Joey. Can never be sure.
Anyway, I like this game a lot.
Magnetic
This
tokens.
game is very strategic. Yeah, the magnetic tokens is by far the thing I'm most interested about.
That's really cool.
When I first saw this game, it was in 2004. I was at Origins, and the designer, Christopher Bowling, this was at Asmodee's 10x10 booth at the time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
And he was like, hey, let's play, and I will destroy you. I was like, I don't want to play you. But he played me, and he beat me. And he was like, there's no luck in this game. It's all strategy. I'm like, yeah, okay. I believe you. Stop beating me. Yeah.
Those look nice.
So I think it's a cool game. All right. Then for our last game, I think this is our last game. It is Rival Restaurants. Sporks out. So Rival Restaurants is a game that competitive game about restaurant only. It's a fine game. It's not amazing. It's about collecting food and stuff. It's almost mass market. Has anyone here played it besides me?
Yeah, this one came out during had like a restaurant renaissance. They had this food truck champion and like all these other like food games around the same time.
So you have played this one?
Yeah, it's been a while.
They were at Dice Tower West.
Were they?
I think they're there almost every year, aren't they? Or they were there for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just you're collecting the different foods you need to make recipes, and you make the recipes, and it's kind of a basic pickup. There's a little bit of take that, which kept me from loving the game, but I also didn't think it was bad. It was just nice. So now they have
real time and stuff, right?
I don't think so.
It's simultaneous. I know that, but I thought it was like real time as well.
I don't remember that it being real time at all.
They had one called Diner that was real time. I love this.
How to play. Pick up your money. Chef's powers. Buy as much as you want from the location you're in. You might take actions at the same time, but I don't remember it being real time. And then you need these ingredients to make these recipes.
Garbage. I guess.
Yeah, it says after everyone's done cooking, restock the counters. Yeah, I don't think... Anyway, I don't know. It's been a while since I played it. I just remember thinking, oh, this is good. They should sell this at Target. Type thing.
It has a real-time stage, says the chat. Thank you, Marav, for proving me correct yet again.
All right, that's the last of our games. Let's take a look at a couple non-game projects. Remember, you can please send me stuff at tom@dicetower.com.
So excited to see these.
Okay, the first one is the comic book history of role-playing games. I actually think this looks pretty neat.
I think this looks awesome. Yeah. Pretty neat. This looks like really, really good. I'm pretty excited.
So this is a graphic novel basically telling the history of different tabletop role-playing games and stuff, which I think is really cool. The quotes that they have on here are from people like Patton Oswalt, which is interesting. Like, I don't know what it takes to get a Patton Oswalt quote for your Kickstarter, but I highly recommend it because it has convinced me that this must be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It shows like them playing the game, and it shows what's happening in their minds. It's cool.
Yeah, how much is it? I'm
$15 for the print and play, but this one I take $40. It's not terrible.
So the PDF you're not going to get till March. I was like, oh, if I get the PDF tomorrow, I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
And then the book itself is also March.
Did you call it a print and play?
Well, sorry, download, whatever it is. Okay. You would never print that. I can't imagine. You might as well just buy it for that. How much that cost? 200 and whatever pages.
Well, if you're printing shelves on your 3D printer,
that's true.
You might might as well get all the printers going.
Just throw these in there.
Yeah, I have some old 2D printers and a 1D.
I think, is this at $35? Is that what it said for a hardback graphic novel type thing?
Oh, I might back this.
That's really good. Do you get the digital one too?
Yeah, you do.
I will take a digital one from you.
No, you won't.
Okay, I will not.
All right, and then finally...
Oh, my goodness. Okay, imagine...
Imagine, if you will.
Meeting someone wearing this.
I'd be like, why are you at the beach?
It's like... Oh, man, there's just so many questions.
This looks... Okay, so the picture there, just looking at it, that looks like a guy wearing his coat incorrectly.
Yes.
That is correct.
There's just...
I'm like, did you tuck your coat in your shorts?
It doesn't get any better.
So it's a wearable blanket.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not showing my family this because half my family already walks around the house with blankets. I'm like, this is like, I'm in a family of Linuses.
Have you not given them a Snuggie? You're a monster.
I would pick the Snuggie over this.
I don't think they know they exist, Chris. What's wrong with you?
This is...
yeah, because this doesn't look good, right?
No, not at all. Up there, you should put it back on. What...
Yeah, you
snap button. It does snap around your sleeve.
So if you're doing all this, right? Why would you not wear a coat?
That's exactly it. Because
what? How is this better than a coat?
So that you could unfold it and have the inconvenience of having a blanket on you now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're at a hotel, and and the only thing you're wearing is your coat, and the blanket there is not comfortable.
Yeah. Is it a blanket or a sleeping bag? It's just a blanket, right?
Just a blanket. Yes.
It doesn't even look like a comfortable blanket.
No.
No, it looks kind of small, like a good blanket.
But it's made
of goose down.
No, ethical goose. Go ahead.
Anything that I actually want to bother using as a blanket that's large enough to cover me in like any sort of comfortable way would look like I was cosplaying as Emperor Palpatine.
Oh yeah, it's a good point, right? If it's big enough to cover me.
And then you put it on like a jacket, you're going to be like, dragging on the floor and
blankets are huge.
Is it that small? There's no way.
Can it?
Yeah.
First of all, the ducks being ethical, it's cracking me. What is...
You call him a duck. You're a disrespecter of gooses.
Gooses.
All right, well, you can get it for the low price of $99.
It's not bad.
I won't.
You'll get it by December. How many people have backed this thing?
4.
Oh, it's already over. 73. It's coming to life. I hope in my lifetime.
Can I late pledge?
I asked for not a lot of wishes here. I would love to meet someone in the wild wearing one of these, and I'd be like,
I know where you got that.
So exciting.
I'm just going to go on a limb here and say I don't usually need a convertible blanket when I go surfing, but kudos to this man for living his truest self.
Man, if you get sand in that, it's never coming out.
You got to say that's a flex. You come off, you're riding the waves with your coat on, and then some young lady comes up to you like, "Would you like to lay on the beach? I have a blanket." Clip, clip, clip.
She's laying on it. Are there live geese in here? They're very ethically sourced.
Careful, my phone's in one of those pockets.
All righty. Well, that's the projects for the week. Now it's time for, it's time for project of the week. We're going to start with the man, the myth, the legend.
What?
Mike DeLisio.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mike DeLisio back in the United States and definitely not jet lagged. Well, this 2 weeks of crowd surfing, there's slim pickings, I have to admit. But I think the one I'm going to go for is the one that I'm most compelled with the theme, and that's Chicago 68. I don't know if the gameplay would be for me. It definitely has kind of almost a war game type vibe to it, although I don't think thematically that's what's going on. But it was a very interesting time in American history, and it's the one that I think that I would choose this week to have the most interest in, even if I don't end up backing anything. That's the one I'm probably most interested in. All right, well, that's going to do it for me. Let's head back down to South Florida.
Yeah, that one would almost be my pick.
I left up the blanket in case either of you picked that.
Oh, that's very
I'm glad
considerate
it's there.
of Tom. Yeah, I almost picked Chicago 68, but the one I'm going to go with is going to be the Koala Habitat
Really?
Rescue. Yeah, no, I'm very interested. I like Joey games. I really love Phil
you.
Walker Harding. Very, very biasedly. But I think that this looks like a neat, cute roll and write. Kind of fits in with what what else they're doing, and I trust Postmark Games.
I thought you'd pick this because it's from Joey Games.
I know. I do think this is cute, by the way, and the fact that they go so slow because they're like drugged by those leaves they eat.
They eat.
Yeah, they're just like
The main part of their diet is basically like mostly toxic.
No, mine actually is going to be that cartoon battler towards the beginning. I forgot what the name of it was. The one with the acrylics.
Mean Hyena Games is the company. It's unscrewed.
I think it just looks cute. It looks like it's fun, tongue-in-cheek. It's got neat components. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it looks very interesting. I like the artwork on it, and I like the powers that kind of lean into that cartoon look. So, I don't know. It's very interesting, very unique. I'm excited to try that one.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I actually thought about this, but my pick of the week was easy. It's Dungeon Twister.
That would.
I really like this game a lot. I'm glad to see it coming back. Mm-hmm. For a while, it was in my top 100 games of all time. I still think it's a fantastic game. It's a thinky game. It doesn't look like it, and it's still weirdly named. I mean, it's correctly named. It's a dungeon where the rooms twist. But when you hear the name, you're like, no. I don't really like Twister, and I don't want to play a dungeon crawl. And it's neither of those two things.
Red Paladin on left hand.
Which I never played it because I thought it was like that dungeon when we flip the coins and all that. But this is actually a game.
There you go, folks.
This is actually a game. Yep.
So that's it for today. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully live. We got two things going on tomorrow. We got Board Game Smorgasbord in the morning.
Yes.
Where you're going to see Joey eat some sour candy.
Really?
Oh.
Not candy. Sour dried fruit.
All right, I'll try it.
It's healthy.
I'm out.
There's 3 levels.
Really sour, really, really sour, and really, really, really sour?
Yes.
Then yes.
I'll tell you right now, I've already tried it, and I think there's a point where you just don't get more sour.
Really?
Well, I don't know. It's not like hot sauce. Like, there's a difference between hot sauce and blow your mouth out.
Right.
I think sour, at a certain point, your mouth is just like, we're done.
Really?
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow.
I'm up for that.
Someone said Joey tries fruit for the first time. I think that might be correct, because here's the thing. Every day, Joey brings an apple in faithfully to work, and every day the Dice Tower gains another apple.
That's true. But
I've never actually seen you eating an apple.
I never had an apple. Eventually, I will have an apple.
Joey has them on hand in case he needs to drive off any doctors.
I agree.
And then tomorrow afternoon, we're doing a top 10 list. We're back on our alphabet because we did a normal list last week. So we're doing top 10 games that begin with the letter C. C is for cookie. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Chris Yee.
And I'm Joey Evans.
Wear your blanket.
Please.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out What's Happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.